He's got notes. He's ready.
All right, so how do we do that? How do we do that?
Like that.
Do I just nominated Emmanuel?
I second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Emmanuel's the chair for this meeting.
I was prepared to do it, Emmanuel, but then the papers got there and you sat down, so.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes rank comes easily. Okay, well, so let's call the meeting to order, please. And I think given that we are without a quorum, we can probably go straight to the business at hand, and let's ask Jacqueline to present, please.
Do you want to speak into one thing? Speak into a microphone, because if they are recording it, then we can hear you much better.
You can move the whole machine.
Yeah, I can move all that.
They're really sensitive.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, this mural is on the other side of Inspire on the Greenery. And originally, this is like, I don't know, it's like an iconic, I feel like, spot in Syracuse that used to have this beautiful ivy on it. And when the lady bought the building, the insurance company said to cut the ivy because it was going to do something weird with the foundation, which I don't understand, because if you go to where the dead ivy is now, you can just like pull it off. It almost was just suction cupped onto the building. So nonetheless, she ended up having to cut it. And it was just such an eyesore. And I'm like, well, if you ever wanted to do a mural to bring it back to life, because I find that it just felt like it was dead. Things are dying, right? And like, how can we continue to come up on the rise of Syracuse? Like, we're making it better. That not all things have to end just because we clip this beautiful ivy. Like, how can we continue to like inspire the community out of this, right? And it's at a stoplight, so that's kind of like everybody's just looking at it. So she was on board for it, and my idea was, I didn't want to take something completely new and make her building look like a circus, because especially with the highway coming down, I wanted to have it kind of be inspired by what I had already done before, but without people. I thought it'd be really cool to like create maybe something that the flowers being so big and oversized on the bottom, that's more of like a photo opportunity for our community. And like, cause the way that you'll be like, these, like right about here, your head's gonna be here. So imagine like being surrounded by that. We don't really have a lot of photo opportunity spots like that. And you tend to see that in bigger cities. And I thought that that would be like really cool to kind of, and it could be another reason to get people out, you know, like let's, I don't know, trying to get people out. But I loved doing the top part, pushing it back into the sky. I wanted to expose like the brick still. It's something I haven't done yet, is keep raw brick in part of my mural, just to kind of keep the history of the building showing. And the sky part, when you're driving on the highway, as it is up for right now, I love that you can just see basically just the hummingbirds up there. And I thought that was really cool. But yeah, so I kept the bluebird for the state, and that's basically it. The daisies are secretly for my Nana, but the lady loved the color pink too.
So. I have a question.
Yes.
Well, first, I'm excited that you're leaving some bare brick. I think that's something we don't have a lot of in Syracuse, and I've been wanting artists to do that. But I'm concerned about the ivy. It's going, and I'm concerned about the facade being. Are you going to do any kind of treatment on the parts that you're painting? How are you going to prep the surface?
We're going to take, well, the ivy actually just pulls right off. So I'm going to take the whole ivy off myself. And if there is a need that I need to call someone out and like, contract out for help, which I don't see that that's the case. I just think that it's going to be like elbow, you know what I mean? Me just getting in there and just taking it off. But the parts where the flowers are and stuff, I'm probably going to actually prime those spots with paint and then spray paint over it. So it's going to be done completely different approach than like the other side, because the other side's all primed. But yeah, that's how I'll do
And
it.
the other side, was the texture of the brick very similar?
The texture of it's actually flat, but I have worked on brick before. So like, I was excited when I didn't on the other side because that was like the first time I haven't. So I'm pretty familiar with brick. It can be tedious, I do know that, but
Yeah, I would echo that concern, especially because of the ivy. I know that brick, or I don't know very well, but I kind of found out the hard way at my house that brick has like a glaze on the surface, and then when that surface glaze is compromised, then the brick is like and then it's a different surface basically. So yeah, I would be concerned just like what the ivy has done to it and what's going to come off. Like when you pull the ivy off, if it pulls off some of the glazing, it might make the situation just not ideal somehow. But I don't know how to deal with it. I just know that it could create a difficult surface.
It'll probably up that primer. You're probably gonna have to apply
More primer.
I wonder
Well,
if there's
what I would
another
pro-
material that you could apply first before applying the
yeah.
primer.
You can even like apply like a mortar to it. I kind of had like a problem with Francesca's mural when I did it. There was parts of the brick that, well, for one, where the girl's swinging, like in her dress, in the middle of her dress, there was a pipe that was exposed, and I totally didn't realize that when I designed the wall. And this water came gushing out right of her private area.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like I had to learn how to like stop the water, patch it up so then we could prevent that from coming. And I mean, that's been held up for a while now. And then there was chunks of the brick that actually was loose and I had to learn how to mortar it and get the wall so it wouldn't fall apart.
So is that the
dealt with
approach
it.
you would use if that was necessary on this piece?
Well, I've never, I can't say, you know what I mean? Because I haven't been up for the challenge, but I do know that there's always a solution for everything. So I would be interested to see if it were to affect the wall, would it just be a glaze? Would it be a mortar? Would it, like, what would the solution be? And I wouldn't like cheapskate it. I would figure it out and then go from there.
Yeah, I would maybe reach out to a mason.
Excuse me?
I would maybe reach out to a mason
Yeah.
and, maybe even if you could get them to come for a half an hour and take a look at the spots and be like, they don't need to know the grand design. I mean, you could tell them about the grand design, but you could just be like, paint on brick, bricks this condition, what do I got to do?
Yeah, she actually has a personal contractor too for her building, so
Okay.
I could just reach out to them, no
Great.
problem.
Great.
And I wonder too if there are specific areas that are more compromised and there are some that are like in good condition, if you could modify the design perhaps to accommodate that,
Yeah.
right? Because the way that you're exposing the brick also adds a really beautiful dimensionality to the design. So I don't think that it would hurt to, if for example, something in the middle of where there's these daisies, is falling apart, crumbling, you can't just patch it if it's really that bad. But also, with you having mortar experience, I feel like
Yeah.
there's more confidence in addressing it. Like you could modify. Also, the way that it is, like, it is realism, but it is also abstract. Like the way you blend the styles, I think that actually would be really conducive to accommodating whatever is needed.
Yeah, and I'm totally open to like I put this up, but like you also have to vibe with the wall as if it's like alive, right? So you dance back and forth with it. And if I felt like, oh, how you were saying, like adjusting things, that would be something that I would record, let you guys know along the process. Hey, this is what I came up against. This is a solution. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up and go like that.
Yeah, I am pretty sure about this. I just Googled it. The reason ivy is so bad is that it's not necessarily the vine itself. It will probably come off pretty easily. Its roots will literally grow under the building. And
That's why they said foundation.
the
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah.
So,
It's interesting. I was so sad to see it go too. So that makes sense.
especially because it's surrounded by concrete, so it has nowhere to go.
butt under and
building.
in through the wife. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, this one's been on that building for a long time, so it's probably fine. But I don't remember them being design itself as damaging as some of the other ones. So you might.
Yeah, I mean, it might honestly pull some brick, to be frank, in the more dense areas, especially like this bottom left corner. I can see that being more of an issue, but I mean, you adjust as needed, right?
What is the material on the top?
The blue?
Yeah.
That would just be like a blue, like primer that you'd put up there, like paint, and then I would like spray paint over it, like to give it more of like a cloudy feel.
Okay.
You know?
What is the material?
It's the same
Of the roof.
It's the same paint that I used on the other side of the wall, like the exterior paint.
But what you're applying it to, I think, is the question. Like, what is the
It's-
existing roof
so
material?
the brick, right? What's the other side of the wall is made out of is the cement type, and that's what the other wall is completely done with. It's just the cement.
Your best surface.
So
What?
That'll probably be your best surface.
Oh yeah, I'll do that like in a day. It'll be the easiest.
okay, so where the top hummingbird is in the center.
Yep.
That's like that's cement basically.
Yeah. So on the other side, if you see, there's the upstate community board that they have.
Yeah.
Okay, and when they come over, they latch onto this side, and they don't show anything on that side. So that's why I was going to paint it and kind of vibe it in with the mural. But it's the same texture as the other side of the wall.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I see. Okay.
Concrete?
Yeah, it's like a concrete type.
It looks like metal.
I think you colored it here, right?
Yeah, I colored it. Well, I just
I
like
see. Oh, it's
did it on my
oh.
iPad.
Oh, that's
Can you,
really
uh,
nice. I
can
like
you,
that you
um,
made it blue.
Yeah, I made
It
it
blends
blue,
in
so-
with the sky
Yeah,
really beautifully then.
that's what I was trying to do.
It reads.
Jackie, can you go to the next photo on your slide here? I think you can just do it with your hands. Whatever's whatever's next. Yeah, go. Yeah, keep going. Keep down. Yeah, you were going the right direction. I'm gonna say it's like maybe 8 over on the left. No, yeah, over on the left, like maybe like 8 or something. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. All right, there. 11.
So these are the existing
There it
conditions?
is.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what the whole wall looks like on the other
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see in the bottom-most left corner, this is going to be, it's going to get a little messy.
And like, I was pulling at those chunks because obviously I feel like those would be the hardest.
Yeah.
And they're literally just like, I don't know, it's just almost like just like a little dead branch that just is lightly coming off. Like they're not, I don't think it's going to be hard to take this off. And I don't think it's going to affect the building, but
What about the window coverings?
those windows right there.
Yeah.
That's brick.
That's brick?
Yeah,
Really?
they're done with brick. They're just kind of like a different color brick. So the only thing I was thinking is like I laid the image over it, and I did think afterwards there might be like a little corner that's showing. I would personally like to push those completely in with the mural and just have the other brick exposed so that way it's more cohesive. But
Well, we can't vote. So,
Do we have any other questions?
yeah,
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good as well.
thank you.
I like it.
thank you.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, the design's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I
You
like
guys,
the
do you guys
concept.
like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the design's great.
100%.
Yeah.
Excited.
So, we'll try to
I'll be in touch tomorrow, Jacqueline, as soon as I have some more information about when we can vote.
Okay.
I'll talk to Kate, because Kate was doing this job for 15 years, so, and she runs another board, so she has more experience on trying to work out the rules.
I'm down to meet for an hour. Are you guys
Whenever needed, yeah.
available? We can get one other person into our table and just do our vote.
Yeah,
Gonna
Yeah.
whatever we
That would
need
be
to
really
do.
awesome.
wait until we can get we need some new committee members. We've had some people step off, so this is coming to us at a time where we're not.
Yeah, and maybe it's going to be possible just to meet over Teams.
That'd be great. I would prefer that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wait, what would you prefer?
Oh, doing a meeting over online, basically.
Yeah,
A
Zoom.
virtual.
Maybe we can
Yeah.
get it to you before 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I
Would
would
you mind just-
appreciate that.
You talked about the last thing you mentioned, because I'm trying to take notes, was about how you might deal with the windows. Another option, and I didn't quite catch it, and I want to write it down for
Yeah.
other committee
How do
members.
I go back to the scroll thing?
You just should
that
press
little
that,
arrow
the-
on the left.
No,
no.
no, just press the board part, the white part. No.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
So basically, see how it's peaking right here?
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of peaking right here?
Yep.
I might just adjust something, like maybe make the flower expand more, bring the leaf down more, maybe expand this a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Or like, like, we want it to still flow well.
Uh-huh.
But if I did that, I would let you guys know.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just making, I'm taking notes to try and give people
So that's
As long as it's
information.
not
Yeah.
affecting the overall integrity
Yeah.
of the design.
I don't think it would at all.
I'm so excited. I hope this is a go. I'm really excited to do this. I'm excited to be in the community again, you know, and to see what everybody, all walks of life, will say. So that's always the fun part.
I really like the way you thought about the fact that the freeway is coming down, and so therefore everybody's going to be looking at it on a different level.
Yeah.
It's going to be so strange. Like I was just thinking about it, about that not being behind and not being able to see your other mural
Oh, right?
on
Yeah.
the freeway, because I go that way home every day. Right.
Right. So you just see the big part,
just-
right?
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
And then, but it's cool because like now if you pay attention, when you're coming the other way, you just see the peak of it and you'll only see the bird and like the flowers up there. It's cool.
That is pretty cool.
So,
Will the, just
and I
in
won't be
taking
so.
down the highway, will that compromise the quality of the colors and so on?
No, because it's already basically it's in straight light already from the jump. So like as soon as the sun is like peaking, it's just on it, you know?
No, but I'm talking about taking down the highway, in terms of the dust and those sorts of
Oh,
things.
the dust? No. No. And I'm like, and if something were to ever be a thing, I would definitely probably like, you know, talk to the owner and just see, hey, just help me rent a lift and let me tweak your building. Because even on the other side of the building, there's like minor things that have like adjusted that no one notices but me. So now that I have the lift, I'm gonna go like some of like I was telling her how like gold metallic spray paint will fade. So like on the insides of the flowers, the gold has faded. So I want to go back with gold paint that doesn't fade and actually tweak it. So if something were to ever like, you know, be adjusted, I definitely would take care of it.
All right, I'm
Right.
You can adjourn the meeting then.
not quite sure what else we can do, so
All right, guys.
let's adjourn the meeting and.
Seconded.
Yeah.
All in favor to adjourn? All right.
Yay.
All right, great work, Emmanuel.